Hi folks, welcome back to Full Bore Silver, Tuesday, 30 December. Well, it looks like the commodity bull run has resumed. Silver, we're up over 7.5%. We have nickel, platinum, copper, palladium, aluminum, gold, and lead all running. The thesis stands. We broke out of this falling wedge from the banker takedown, and we legged up into another wedge, then up into another wedge. I'll show you that on the chart here in a second. But we have resumed good volume here on a slow volume week, investment wise, market wise, New York Stock Exchange wise, but silver markets don't rest. So we're excited about that. Okay, guys, here's the chart. Silver, this is what we charted yesterday, just this monster falling wedge off the banker smash on Sunday. So here you see some bottom wicking going on. I knew there was seller exhaustion, and I predicted a rise out of this falling wedge, and that is exactly what happened. Now, technical analysis is not my primary analysis for metals. I use it as confirmation. We broke up, formed another wedge, broke out of that, another wedge here, and now we are breaking to the upside. We are up 7.62%. Very strong. So that is how we use the TA for confirmation on our trades. And again, this helps me more in the short term, trading in and out of miners and such. Long term, we're long precious metals, we're long silver especially. We hold the physical, so these shorter term charts don't really impact that, but on option equity trading and miner trading, that's what we do. Just zooming out to the 4-hour chart here, look at that wedge, we're breaking right out. So yeah, I don't know. By the next week or two, I predict that we break this high. But we'll see. We could have another consolidation and pullback retracement. So nothing is guaranteed in this game, but long-term bullish. Couple interesting news bits. Fed repo yesterday. The total Fed repo injection yesterday was $25.9 billion. Two separate injections, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So far today, another $3 billion. Do you feel good about the money that you're storing in the banks? I wouldn't. I've pulled a lot of cash out. I've rolled it into precious metals. Not financial advice, but this is a sign that something's up. Of course, we have the fractional reserve banking system where they lend out 5 to 10x what they actually have in the reserves. So after what happened with First Republic, Silicon Valley Bank, and several others in March of 23, I just don't feel comfortable with it. So that's where the thesis stands with the precious metals. Poly market, bank failure odds, 71%. So the poly markets are getting in on it. Silver, it's been wild volatility. The volatility continues today. We're up, so we're happy. But zooming out, we are breaking out of a 45-year cup and handle. That's where the conviction lies. The thing's been suppressed for so long. We have worldwide industrial and central bank and retail demand. Silver only goes higher from here. Of course, it will be volatile. There will be pullbacks, and the pullbacks are opportunities. And I've maximized on those opportunities. I shaved on Friday, and the market continued to run. I probably shaved too early, but I was happy for that yesterday. Got back in on some of these lows, and I probably had 50 alerts go off today on TradingView. Everything up. So, also, there is such a decoupling now between the Eastern physical markets and the Western paper markets. Last I checked, you could not make Tomahawk missiles with paper silver contracts. You can't make solar panels. You can't make EVs with the paper contracts. It's getting wild. These banks and the COMEX and LBMA are completely delegitimizing themselves. And it actually, I've said this before, poses a national security threat to this country. because what they are doing is artificially suppressing silver, which now is a different market in the East, but now you can literally have foreign buyers and state agents come in and buy at these suppressed prices for their militaries and for their industry. And it actually poses a national security threat. So whoever is in charge, and God only knows, is it DOJ Barbie? Is it the SEC, which is on vacation 3/4 of the year? Is it I don't know, Howard Lutnick? Is it Susie Wiles? Who is actually in charge? You know, we talked a few days ago about how the real presidents of this country in the 70s were Henry Kissinger and Zbigniew Brzezinski. Jimmy Carter was not president of this country. And these are globalists from Europe. They have different allegiances, and I don't know who's running the ship right now, but it's the train is running off the tracks. We're building no grid expansion. Our highway system is from the 50s. We are artificially suppressing critical minerals and metals, and the rest of the world is buying this stuff up. And we're here letting the bankers control these markets with paper contracts. It's out of control. I mean, I can barely watch the news nowadays. You see all the news with the empty Somali daycare centers in Minnesota and the billions that they've grifted off this country. I mean, my head would probably explode if I went and watched Black Hawk Down right now. We let these individuals into our country and they set up fake daycare and they're stealing billions of dollars from taxpayers. Like, you almost can't even watch it. It's so frustrating. Anyways, we're gonna pay attention to the metal markets. You know, I'm also interested in the base metals. I'm looking into heavily zinc, nickel, aluminum, lead, etc. And so a lot of these silver mines, they're not primarily silver mines. They're also getting these base metals, and you know, that's where they make a lot of their revenue. So looking at DBB, Invesco base metals, I'm looking at Tech, TECK, which is zinc, Nexa, copper, lead, silver, gold. So a little bit of a diversification here. We are interested in the commodity bull cycle as a whole. So that is something that I'm a bit focused on. I just wanted to thank JB, Jeremiah Babe, for giving me a really nice shout out. Also, Aaron from Texas Silver. Really appreciate the listeners. We have some fantastic, super smart listeners, and I learn stuff from you guys all the time, so I appreciate you commenting. Had a really nice conversation offline with Ryan. He was giving me some of his gold buying tips, and you know, some of you guys have been doing this for way longer than I have, decades and decades, and so it's really nice to get that dialogue. But man, we had a we had a high view video 2-3 days ago, and it was like Invasion from Planet Short Bus with some of these commenters coming in. One gentleman thought that took me seriously with a little bit of levity that I offered, thought I was rolling all my physical silver into Bitcoin. We are a silver channel. We believe in the precious metals, physical silver. No, I am not rolling into Bitcoin. Sir, please watch the video for longer than 3.5 seconds before you comment. Who else? Oh, somebody said that it wasn't a silver smash that happened. Ma'am, it was the largest dollar intraday move ever in the history of silver that occurred on Sunday. It was $13. And at the time, silver was the second largest asset class in the entire universe. I mean, my trading view, it doesn't go back to 4500 BC, unfortunately. I don't know what happened in the markets back then. But as far as market recorded history, that was the largest single intraday move. And I believe from 1982 to 2003, we didn't move more than $13. And that happened in an hour and a half. So don't tell me that wasn't a smash. That was a banker smash. Oh, who else? Somebody said I was AI. listen, AI does not say, does not clear their throat, does not go on wake surf boats with Texas Silver Aaron. So please, please. Oh, somebody else. I did like a 14 to 16 minute dissertation on technical analysis, went over a bunch of charts, very heavy data wise, and somebody's takeaway was that I got the day of the week wrong. Sir, please, if that is your focus, I am begging you, do not trade options, do not trade futures, do not trade equities, silver miners, avoid all of that. I wish the best for you and your family. Please stack physical precious metals. But we have to focus here. We have to be kind of serious. And if your takeaway from that video was I got the day of the week wrong, God bless you. I'll just say that. God bless your heart. That's what we say here in Texas. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, thank you so much to the new subscribers. And so, yeah, looking ahead, these charts, everything is breaking out. We have a lot of strength and volume right now in all the physical metals. So we'll continue to monitor the situation and see where this market goes here through New Year's. Again, it is kind of a lower volume week. And but I'm really impressed by the volume of the moves here. You know, we've reclaimed quite a bit. We're knocking on 8% up on silver in one day. So very exciting. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to Full Bore Silver. We are going to keep you fully abreast of all developments, news, and market reactions, explosions, and the volatility. It's just, this does make for great trading. Oh, one other thing, I really did alienate a lot of Bitcoin boys. I love my Bitcoin boys. I have friends with Bitcoin. I have a buddy with probably 50 Bitcoin and his cost basis is sub 10K. That's a hell of a trade right there. Congratulations to him. You know, we hang out all the time. We chit chat about finance and politics. And the only difference is that I like to go hit the gym and deadlift and shoot firearms. And he likes to get his eyebrows sculpted. But, you know, aside from that, we have a lot in common. I hope Bitcoin goes to $20 million for you and you live your wildest dreams and you can go live in El Salvador with Max Kaiser and Nayib Bukele. And so, yeah, I just wish the best for everybody. And actually, you know, we're all on the same team here. We are anti-fiat. And we're trying to find a workaround to this crazy manipulation and scam called the Federal Reserve, fractional banking system, etc. So I wish everybody the best. We are a very inclusive community here. We love all 87 genders, all colors of the rainbow. But we are a silver channel. We are a physical stacker for life channel. And so God bless you all, and thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. We'll talk to you soon. Full bore. See you tomorrow.